Alright, hey, how's it going, Complexity? This is Rock. Oh my goodness, a Medivh game. You guys must have been pretty scary for them to put Medivh against you. So, um, first thing loading into draft here. We'll go ahead and we'll just follow around our tank player as usual. So, make sure we got him. Make sure he's camera locked. Looks like he is. So, as we review this particular game and matchup, ALterac Pass has quite a few nuances about it, and as CCL continues to pick it up in popularity, I think it's actually one of the maps that people need to get used to playing. So, this map comes down to, I guess before we go too far, and I don't want to miss anything. So this map is going to come down to the center camp. So this siege camp is the most powerful thing on the map. It's actually probably stronger than the objective and the bosses is this mid camp. And so far, Cavalier Guest mentioned that the team that takes this camp the fastest and the most frequently tends to win the game. And so as we draft for this map and as we go, this map is all about wave clear and macro pressure, but eventually, assuming both teams draft sufficient macro and everything else, the game will come down to a 5-on-5 team fight to win the game. You can't 100% macro and never show up. So you will have to fight eventually. But big picture, it comes down to this camp and soaking lanes well. And so, kind of with that in mind, let's go ahead and start out. If I had to give an advantage to one team or the other, I would say red team has a macro advantage over you. They have Samuro, they have Joanna, and then I don't know if they'll play it this way, but they can essentially leave off lane Joe and then leave Medivh, Vala, Ando in mid, and just clear lanes with those three. And your wave clear and camp clear is not as good. It's not. So, early game here. You guys are doing stuff. They're trying to get stacks. We need to be careful of how many stacks we give Medivh as we go. So, okay, how did we decide to play our lanes? So we've started out with several bottom. Samuro versus Ragnaros is an odd matchup. I believe you want to go either E build or Q build into him. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I'm not a Rag expert. So we sent several bottom. We're catching mid. They're missing. So their goal, like, Medivh's going to rotate wherever the numbers are because he wants stacks. And then Zul'jin also wants stacks. This is going to be a weird thing where it's like both teams want to stack, but neither one of them want to give stacks. So I like the siege pressure I'm seeing already at a bottom. Like I said, just being able to do stuff. And now we're rotating to camp. Good. We're a little late on camp, but that's okay. Looks like they're also a little late on camp because they have not cleared it yet. And it's been 30 seconds. So, there they are. So they still did camp faster than us. Like I said, that's one of the things that I'd be worried about. XP-wise, we're okay. You guys got the thing pushed out. Neo's here to help clear in the mid. So we're 20 seconds behind on camp. Clearing. Vala and them are here. We're up on soak, just clearing things. Our resources are kind of low here. We really don't want to look for a fight. We just want to clear and then get back to soaking. Yep, looking good. So, interesting. Oh, that's not even 0 on the Zul'jin. What? You guys must have had a crazy last-minute flip. I thought for sure Zul'jin equals 0. But, okay. Either way. Why is it not tracking you? Stupid camera view thing. I was looking at stats on the map and other stuff. Okay, so Samuro is good on this map because he can cheese the objective like that. Well played from Medivh. Okay, so you've got... So I guess the first question here, before we dive too far, just macro play-wise, you want to be also drafting with this map. Do we want to stall? Do we want to team fight? Do we want to macro? Right? So if we want to stall, as in we want to push out lanes and do sieging, right? We can do that. So Bloody took the snowball on 4. So Bloody has the disabling of structures. So if we're trying to siege with like our combination of stuff, let's do that. And so what's funny is you actually have, as long as you have vision of the, like you have to have vision of this to be able to poke it. Ming has a great poke, but may not be the safest at poking it or most consistent. So Bloody also can poke it pretty well with his Q, and Derna can get it with his axes. So if you have a clear win condition, what you're looking for, which it feels kind of awkward, you're relying heavily on Bloody landing someone in a stun long enough for Ming to line up all of the shots and for Zul'jin to hit the thing. And when someone lands in a frozen, Medivh is just going to shield them and portal them out. So this is very awkward as far as like a true engage if you guys are playing for a kill reset comp with Ming. If you're playing more of a macro game, I think you can do that. So it's like, and you guys are only going to fight when you need to. And so the macro game would be like Rag covering middle, or Rag covering middle as soon as the objective's up, and Ming covering top, assuming that, you know, she's able to soak and poke. If not, leave Rag up here and put Ming middle. But Ming needs to be poking from like over the wall here or over the wall here with her abilities. And so with Ming going dominance, where it looks like we're going like for like a calamity build, is that what we're doing here? Somehow I didn't click on Ming. So yeah, you're going calamity because we didn't take Trimnivate. So okay. So we're definitely thinking we're going to team fight and blow people up, and that might actually just be good drafting from them. Like the Medivh alone, if the Medivh is on point, which obviously not all Medivhs are on point, but if Medivh is on point, you are going to have a very hard time securing kills, and that's just what it is. So as we continue to look around, what are we trying to do? So we're clearing the lane, clearing lanes. They've been missing for a while. Samro's doing Samro things and just being annoying. So they took this camp while we were defending when there was no threat. Right? Like, there were, like, one person needs to watch Samro. Yes, Samro and Vikings and Nova and Anubarak can all, like, cheese the objective. Zagara, too. Zagara can drop Banelings or not Banelings, the Roaches, and cheese the objective. So, like, we need to watch for that. But we've overcommitted the number of players that need to watch for that. And we're not soaking bottom lane. Neither are they. But, like, we're not soaking bottom lane. And they got the camp. Remember what I told you about getting that camp on timer faster. So when I paused the first time, our camp wasn't up. Theirs was. And so now they got the camp out faster and earlier. And so now we're stuck at a spot where we have to respond. Like, are we going to watch the camp? We died middle, probably just too many. Yeah, we're pretty split now, right? So as soon as I said someone's got to answer the camp, so now we got one mid answering the camp, two pushing top, soaking bottom. They're gonna channel, right? So this is part like draft and part game plan execution, right? Like if in draft on ALterac Pass, we need to think wave clear and we need to think camp clear, and so right now we don't really have fast of either. Like, post 10, sure. We can just lop a wave all day and now catch up a bunch of our wave clear. But, like, we still have some issues comparatively to what they're doing. So, as 7s come online, I'll look at 7s here in a second. I am not sure why this is not sticking on Bloody's camera. It's getting kind of frustrating. So now we're answering middle camp because we have to. Okay, we got theirs. Zero's in trouble. He lives. Well done. So we got the stun, but Protect comes out. So yeah, they get that for free. So when defending against these camps, there used to be an optimal strategy. If you remember, the minions, the camp minions, not the ones that are walking, the objective minions, I forget what they're called. So the objective minions used to, oh wow, Zero was getting, wow, do you kill him? Oh my gosh, that was close. Yeah, so poor Zero got ambushed by Medivh and Samuro things. That's annoying. Okay, the minions used to do more damage with the more people that were in them and have more shields. So if we look real quick at top, you see how, oh, Lilligod has 40 armor. I need to click on this guy once he is clickable. I can't click on the boss minions anymore? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, I see he's up here, but it's not giving me the number statistics that I'm used to seeing. So it might have to be something that you can only test in-game now. But when you click on these guys, they used to get armor and, I think, bonus damage for the number of people that were in your team standing with it. It doesn't do that anymore. It does get, everyone in it gets bonus damage, obviously. But I believe it does get some sort of benefit from people being with it. So with that in mind, there's kind of two different strategies for the objectives. So the first objective, most people say that the mid lane is the strongest to defend and siege during the first objective. And that's because if you don't have the safety of your building, it's harder to poke the objectives on your side. Since the objective always spawns, you know, your side, just top and bottom. Each team, the red team and the blue team, have a safer side. So this first objective was technically the safe blue side, because you can siege from here, and you can't get killed from this spot. Like, sure, Medivh could portal into you, but, like, you should be able to poke from here safely without interaction. And on the red side, it's the same thing. They can poke from here without interaction. And one of the there's a bunch of heroes that can poke really well. Deathwing, Diablo, or not Diablo, Deathwing, Blaze, Junkrat, Chromie, Rexar. There's a whole bunch of people that can do a lot of good poking and be able to, like, hit this. Ming is one of them, but Ming needs vision. So, alright, let's see how they play this. Oops, wrong button. So, we're just clearing, we're just clearing, we're just clearing. Okay, how close is this guy done with his stuff? There we go, now we're on your camera again. No, we're not. Gosh, dang it, this is annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna track you manually, forget this. Okay, so Medivh is done with his stacks. So we were not successful in killing him, but we don't really have a kill comp. As we're looking at our stuff, we committed pretty hard to movement speed and physical armor. That should be good versus the Samuro. Did the Samuro take spell damage? Yeah. And it's Q build. Do you need the slow and heal? Probably not. That's probably the right one. I don't think there's a better talent on 7 for that. So, okay. Looks like we're trying to match. We're worried that they might be on boss. We're rotating down to check if they're on boss right now. Clearing waves. We're trying to do the camp again. We're 10s. Oh, he took Portal Mastery, which is why you can see the portal over his head, meaning that he still has it available. Rags covering mid to help clear. Yeah, you're never going to be able to kill him, which is at least without Lucio or someone that can portal disrupt. I don't know when in draft Medivh was chosen, but you got to try your best to have some Medivh counters. So that was a really cute engage here, actually, from Bloody. Like, the body block, the engage, and all that stuff, but nobody's ready. And so I'm glad that he got out. But, like, this is one of those things where it's like, if we want to fight, we want to make sure that we have the buttons for it. Okay, so this is... So when you're playing against Medivh, you really need to track his portal cooldown and his shield cooldown. because those are when you can engage, or that's when you can split their attention. So right now, both abilities are on cooldown. So if you can find a fight, like right here, would be perfect. Say it's like we're still trying to wave clear and stuff. I see Durna's going top to help gank. I don't know what's happening here. Are we trying to... I guess Durna's trying to gank. Yeah, he's out. He's over here. Yeah. I feel like we just didn't... This doesn't look like we have a strong... See, like, and if Durna was here, this is a dead Anduin. So we engaged without Durna. And now, like I said, as soon as the abilities are on cooldown, you had to engage. Now his abilities are back up. He's now locked everybody out. You tried to stop them from going through the portal there. So it's like, and now we all die. Oh? Nope, I guess we don't die. Okay, I just all disengage. Yeah, their damage structure is a little weird too. I think most of their damage is going to be Q burst from Vala, so if Vala's not ready. Okay, so now we're calling for the objective and leaving... I guess I just don't get... So Durna has probably the worst wave clear on the team as far as DPS goes. And we want him still here top because he potentially has a better matchup into Samuro. Hello. And so this is awkward. I don't like leaving your sustained damage up there if we're looking for fights. We're warning that, hey, they might be coming as 5. Yep, here comes the flank. Neo's doing his best to live. Falling Sword comes in. Zero's going to live. Everyone's going to live. Durna's now here. Bloody pops his thing. Ming died somehow. We'll take a look. And Bloody's going to die. And then Rag's going to try in the counter. And there's the save. Okay. So let's back that up. This is the first real team fight we've had all game. So let's see what we could do differently. Okay. Oh, need to go back a little bit further than that. Please don't break replay. Okay. I think it all starts. So before I even look at the fight, do we have abilities yet? No, we don't. Okay, we shouldn't be fighting. Just flat out, this is wrong. So I have to back up further to the first commentary that I made. Okay, so down here, we attempted to get a kill, so we're rotating down. So this is the first question I had was, why did Durna rotate up here to help Zero? So it's like, but we missed a kill. So despite missing a kill, Bloody's doing the right thing. He's looking for people, and he sees Anduin's out of position. He's way too far forward into this position. Bloody's trying to get the combo down. Feel free to wait to cast the W till you're closer in range. The closer the target is with your W, the better the chance that you'll actually be able to hit that without them getting out. It's why Mei's engage is considered quote-unquote unreliable, is because the amount you can cast this W from so far away. So feel free to walk up closer if you need to make sure that that lands. But so we missed our engage. We still jump on him anyway because we got lots of damage here with Neo. He sees he's in panic. He pushes Light Bomb. Light Bomb stuns. The portal's here. The polymorph's on target, so he can't take the portal while polymorphed. And so then we get the ley line. Ley line saves everyone, and they disengage. So now it's 4v3. Shadow Luigi pops the gust, and we're out. Okay. So we took a 4v3, didn't die, and blew all of our abilities. Nothing wrong, just we blew all of our abilities. Since we don't have anything, we don't want to be aggro-y pushing into them, especially without our sustained damage. Like, I think Rag covered mid-soak because he saw that it needed to be cleared. But, like, now that he's done with mid-soak, we have a problem. We're now taking a 4v4 with no ults. Right? Joe still has Falling Sword. Vala has a charge of stun. Like, Medivh technically has all of his skills up that we want to be tracking and watching for. Like, this is not an advantageous fight for us. And also, Ming is starting out with the wave clear down here. So, again, I don't know if we're looking or we're just pulling minions with this W. But Zero saw you push a button, so he gave you shields to try and go in. So we're waiting for cooldowns here. So as soon as this is up, see, we look to engage. So we're engaging deep into their zone 4v5. Here comes Samuro. And we still don't have ults. And then, so we're trying to hit the Vala. Then Neo is getting chunked. This is Samuro's this is what every Samuro loves to see. You left a backliner for me to just come munch on? Nom 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 nom. Falling Sword comes out, which is a little awkward. I think it's just mainly being used for damage. It's not really cleansing anything, so, but whatever. So Falling Sword jumps in. Neo's running for his life. Neo's just going to die. There's literally nothing he can do. He got the crit from the slow, walk through this. He's just dead, right? So Neo's dead. Can the rest of us live? So Bloody's taking a lot of damage. He's going to be popping his D here, and then we lose Zero. No, Zero lives, Bloody dies. So, yeah. So I think big picture, like, we're playing an aggro kill comp without our full team, and we engaged really hard when our cooldowns were down. And so I think it's a mixture of, like, draft decision as well as playing around Medivh. And it's very hard. Like, both Medivh and Samuro are cheeky characters that, like, almost break how the way the game has to be played. Specifically, Medivh does. And so, without having a way to really shut down or punish Medivh and his team from using portals, or having multiple inputs, like, without Zul'jin, like, every time we stun someone with Rag or with Mei, Medivh should just portal that person that's stunned. Or not, shield that person that's stunned, because all the Ming damage is going to get absorbed, no damage. So now that the Ming's damage is done, we are depending on the sustain from Zul'jin to hit things, or to hit a second target, and it's like we've had 2 fights now where Zul'jin hasn't been able to contribute. So, and then we almost got that one, but then they had the other save. So, I think that was just a bad engage. Uh-oh. Derna overextends, he's going to live. Okay. So at this point, the question becomes, how do we recover? What do we do? Because we're behind on macro. They're going to get this objective again, or at least start some time on it. Oh, they're slow at doing this. Oh, there's a portal engage again. Zero's dead. Just 100%. So one of the things you have to watch out for Birdman is he has a talent on 7. Or, sorry, he has a talent on 4. He has Raven Familiar. So most Medivhs will take this talent, and it's super good. So anytime someone goes into the portal, they get a bonus 200 damage and a slow. That's each person that hits. So if they're ready, and 5 people take the portal, that's a bonus 1,000 damage to your health. And so when you're playing against a Medivh, you have to be aware of where his portal is, or what his engages are, and how low you are. And so it's just not a fun time. So this is so we tried to engage. They obviously weren't 5, which is why the camp was taken here. And so because they weren't 5, they used Falling Sword and Ley Lines. So they overused their saves to get out. So, you know, that's not great from them, but it at least gives us a chance to try and come back in this game. So this one, again, we need to clear mid, and we need to watch. And so, yep, we didn't watch. We kind of split off. So nobody was watching. They got a free channel. Yes, this camp is important, so we're working on the camp. Ming can't do much. Ming's just trying not to die down here bottom. And now we're 5 again. We stopped the channel. Okay, hold on. We're going to have a team fight, so let's see what exactly is going down. Okay, so first off, good play from them. They cheese the objective with Samuro. Okay, so now bad play from them. Samuro needs to leave. Like, he got his time. He bought his team time. Like, they should be sieging bottom or looking for a full team fight. And right now, you see Medivh was ready. I don't know where this portal goes, but Medivh had something in mind. That's not what Samuro had in mind. I'm guessing this portal here is either right behind Neo or right up here on the back line. It was right here next to him. So they were looking for Neo again with a portal kill. And so they overextended and messed up, and we punished their overextension. This is beautiful. Like I said, Medivh enables a lot, but if you can control the portals, they're in trouble. And so being able to boop them away from the portal... See, they waited too long. Now the portal's gone. This is when you engage. When they have cooldowns... When Medivh's stuff is on cooldown, you want to engage. He still has his save, but people can't leave. So let's see. So Light Bomb hits no one. The Polymorph prevents Medivh from casting Shield. So we were able to kill Samuro. Ice Wall hits too. This is great. Great Ice Wall. Great follow-up. Bam! Perfectly timed. There's nothing you can do about the Anduin, but that was perfectly timed for 2. And Medivh dies for trying to save his teammates and overextend. That was great. They let you have that. They should not have let you have that, but that was great. So now, this is the next big decision. How many people and how long do we hold this? Because ALterac Pass is a game of tug-of-war on these objectives. As much as it would be nice to be able to hold the objective the entire time, sometimes you can't. And then it's like, so we've got at least 20 seconds of channel time should be completed on this objective before we leave. So I'm glad we've got at least 2 here. We're trying to get side soak. Vol is clearing our camp mid with pressure. And so we need to make a choice if we're going to commit or if we're going to battle the timer. I don't know why I can't see how much time is left on the objective. Stupid UI replay. Okay, so we're not strangling too far. Okay, we got it. Well done. So they didn't bother re-engaging. I was wondering if they're going to push top or not and then force you to split. So, okay, trying to kill Medivh, not going to happen. Good pressure. They got the camp on timer again. Oh, boy. That was very cheeky of Anduin there to portal in with Light Bomb. Wow. Okay. So once again, they didn't get anything. But we want to make sure we're soaking the lanes and pushing the lanes. So, right now, this is giving minus armor to this, so this is going to die, so it's going to be hard to do. We have 5 mid. No one's soaking either of these 2 lanes. Look at all this XP up here. And no one's taking advantage of the bonus damage. So let's see. So we better get something big out of this. So we've committed 5 mid. Leyline only hit 1 target there. This building needs to die. We've committed too many resources for it to not to die. Oh, we're looking for kills too. That's a great... Oh, that's unfortunate that they had the protect. Both of them had their build buttons up. So we got the building. We're sieging, we're sieging. What do we do next? Because we just used all of our abilities and failed. And so in my opinion, you guys need to leave once this wall is done. Yep, we leave. We need to leave. Samuro's getting top for free at this point. Oh boy, the Medivh portal. Okay, he didn't take it. So yeah, so Samuro almost got top for free. You're trying to kill Samuro. Oh, that was a good read. Okay, we're doing boss. Okay. We cannot boss here. You can't. So, Medivh, unfortunately, especially post-16, Medivh has this broken talent. Wait. Did he not take it? Oh, no, he did. So, Temporal Flux. I was reading it as damage. So, Temporal Flux, every time he hits a hero, the cooldown on his ult's reduced. It's dumb. So, he can have 2 ley lines in a fight if he hits people with Q. So, if Medivh even has the threat of ley line up, we cannot boss. Because he just ley lines the team and they get boss for free. Or if we can stand in like a triangle pattern to try to not get ley lined, right? So that way he can only hit 2 at most. So that way 1 person's on, so you kind of like do like a triangle. But even then, Joe has Unstoppable, so we can't push her off the point easily. And then they have Light Bomb. And then they have Samuro, who can put his invisible clones and bodies on it. The only boss control tools we have are Emerald Wind and Ice Wall. Ice Wall is almost up, but Ice Wall is a time stop. So if you've never seen that, you got to be careful, because sometimes Ice Wall can keep people out from boss pits, and other times it doesn't push them out. It just holds them in stasis, and then you have this weird structure that makes it hard to stand on the point. So, but yeah, we really can't do this, and Medivh's already got his cooldown back. So we've used our phase shift. Are we still trying to do this boss? Looks like our team is split on the decision of what we want to do here. Bloody's... Ooh, do you have all your abilities up? He does. They're slowed. Oh, we went on Vala. That's unfortunate. Vala had tumble already. We're kind of split on our team fight here. We don't have Z for Bloody, so Bloody could potentially die here. He still has his D, so he's okay. But okay, Ice Wall hits only the Joe, which unfortunately Joe's the one person that can probably unstoppable out of it. Derna is trying to battle this guy. He's gonna get stunned. Neo is attempting to Calamity, but the Protect came out. Zul'jin pops the unkillable a little early here, and gets time stopped, and here's that Medivh. So we did punish the Anduin. The Anduin was way too far forward, which is what we were aiming for earlier. But Bloody should die here. That's a really good falling sword, actually. I think I prevented the slow from him actually getting killed. Did you guys kill that Samuro? Ooh, that was close. Alright. So, once again, they botched that. Like, for having Medivh, they did not do a good job of actually focus firing a target. I actually really don't like Falling Sword here. I think Falling Sword is the incorrect choice from Joe. But this isn't their team, it's your team. Okay, so the question becomes, are we healthy enough to take this boss without getting pushed off? And I'd say that you can. It is dangerous. Medivh won't have his ult up to steal it this time, but it's always dangerous to do anything with Medivh vision. Because he could portal... Oh, he has no health. Oh my gosh. Just kill him. Yep. Okay. That was a pretty funny mistake. They should not have done that. Oh, wow. Okay. So, despite how bad... Like I said, you don't have to teamfight on this map. You just don't. But they've given you team fights. They should not be team fighting you. So, now that the objective's up, again, what's the call? Do we push with the boss, with Bloody's ability to disable the buildings? Do we keep a couple here to siege and start getting the channel? Do we get our camp? Do we play for another boss? I'll let you think about that. Okay, so we're sieging, we're pushing. Okay, now that this building is dead, how much further do we want to go? So you've got... Okay, we didn't properly release the minions there, so that's okay. So we're still pushing. Okay. So I actually like what we're doing here. Sieging and capping. I will ask who should be doing what. If there was ever a chance that we get a kill, if, like, as we're sieging, if there's ever a chance, you want Zul'jin here in the damage. If there was no way we were getting a kill, then that's fine, because Zero brings more wave clear. Some good pressure. One last snowball before you leave. Snowball missed. I'm not sure where that snowball was going. Samuro is here, now trying to cheese the objective. There's his portal for his out. Zero's got the real one, though. Well done. Okay. Are they going to feed you this game? So they, again, that's a good portal. He saves himself with it, but... Wow, these guys are misplaying this game. Okay. So, you guys need to knock down top while it's still free. Careful on overextension here. Bloody can't finish this by himself, but everyone's mid, so it's one of those things where a good job pivoting and trying to be with the team. It's about a little bit more of a zone there. We got people coming, so we're focusing on mid. The call is mid. We can lava wave top if we need to, or lava wave mid. Are they... Okay, he's out. That's a good idea. I just thought you might be able to get him. Okay, we're tanking the tower. Everyone's back. This is 5v5. That's a waste. Oh, we walked into it. I would say that was wasted, but... Okay, so we have 20s. Oh, no, 0. Okay, he's going to make it. Interesting. Did you take this for more siege, Neo? Or maybe more wave clear / poke? Are you going to end here? I don't know if you end here. Maybe you can. Okay, let's see. Well, I got you value already, so... Actually, yeah, you're right. So, outside of Samuro, no one's really going to pressure you in that 1v1, so you can probably take that beam. It's just the beam's dangerous because you essentially make yourself a sitting duck. Yes, you do constant damage, but it may not be enough. So, okay, we have 2 keeps down. We can go core, so there's a call to go core. Looks like we're hitting core. We're a little split here. Oh, we got the Medivh off of the rag. That's nice. If we're hitting core, you should be Archon. There you go. Ice Wall appeal for the Zul'jin. The Zul'jin just walk... Oh my gosh. How does the Zul'jin walk in without... Yeah. That Zul'jin should not... Or, sorry, not Zul'jin. The Samuro should not be walking into you with Q up. Oh, we got the Vala for free too. That's game. Wow. Okay. So... They gave you this game. Like, not that you guys didn't play well. You managed to still execute your composition. Your composition was a kill comp. You needed to land that first kill. And when we were 5, we deathballed and got kills. Which is something you guys love to do. I think it's great. If they would have played their composition correctly, I think we'd lose. But they didn't macro. Like, they did it early game. They macroed. And then... Like, they came up here and fought you at boss for no reason. Like, Medivh, like, and then they, like, yeah. They never took down this building. Like, Samuro literally was up here killing that wave for free. This building should have died. This Samuro definitely did not play how I expected. And then, I don't like Falling Sword here. Like, you've got, like, you already have a Protect in your Medivh. You don't need the Cleanse. Like, if Protect and Anduin pull isn't enough, your Cleanse isn't going to save anyone. Okay, the only thing that Cleanse saves is Anduin. Anduin's the one that's the only person that can't save himself. But Medivh can save him. He has portals. Falling Sword is wrong. I know people are like, oh, Falling Sword level 20. No, that's just... Sure, they didn't make it to 20, so Falling Sword was a useless ult. Good job. Yeah, you guys pulled off a victory here in what honestly was a bad start. So great job. Good job being able to get your kills, being able to land your combos, and just something to think about for this map in the future is what's the wave clear situation, what's the camp clear situation, and then when we do have to eventually have that 5-on-5 team fight, what's our goal? So, yeah, I liked it. Good job, guys. Let me take a look real quick at some talents. So... Was this double slow because you thought Vala was going to go AA? That works on Samuro too, so it's fine. Attack speed and refreshes Blizzard. And then Acclimate for bonus damage, so you tried to add more damage to make sure that your main got kills. Okay, AA speed and stuff, that's fine. Pretty standard build. Hyper shift, spit, critical miss, wind, movement speed, hush with silence, add a little bit more CC, shield, blistering attacks, lava wave, shield, calamity, all teleport, Zul'jin. I don't know if that's the Zul'jin build, actually. That's the one thing I need to look at. That seems like a weird talent to me. the game over, so I can't.
I
Almost
think the
over.
other option there is like root with the net, but
I was thinking root. I actually really like the net. I was wondering where the net is. The net's a great answer to the portal,
yeah, that's true. Could have done
especially
that.
since you can pick it up if you miss. But attack speed. Oh, you have to give up attack speed?
No, I think it's just movement speed there.
Oh, it's just movement speed. Collision against gets movement speed up to 2 seconds to 30. So 30% movement speed versus you're just. No, I don't think you need it.
Yeah, I mean if they portal out, I'm not chasing them, so the movement speed was probably wrong there.
It's just something that's thinking about, like whether it be you're barely going to attempt to hit what's in front of you, and if we are chasing something, that means Bloody's got slows on it, right? Or someone's like, so I'm like, if we're chasing, Bloody's hit a stun, or we're able, you should be in range of Bloody. But to try and like outrun someone on their team, you really aren't going to outrun them. And then the only person you should be pegging would be Joe. And yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to see the snare for Medivh, just because you guys don't have a lot of portal answers. But if you root them, they can't take the portal.
Okay, because
So,
yeah, no, I think I normally pick the Eye of Zul'jin, but on Snare definitely I agree would have been better there.
hmm so that's fine. And then, yeah, this is correct. Like this is a weird one too, because so you guys are all in on Ming getting the first kill. So like both of you guys need kills when you take this one. So I think it's good though. I don't think you're gonna get burst damage with your Apex based on how well Medivh was putting shields on stuff. Cool. Yeah, fun game. If anything, the reason that was so hard is because our early game we didn't have the ability to camp in wave clear, and then once we got to late game where we needed, you didn't like they didn't have to start team fighting you, but when they did start team fighting you, you guys won because their team fight is kind of awkward, right? Like what's their engage is Medivh, so Medivh ley lines. Okay, once he ley lines, we either need to engage on the ley line targets or kill who wasn't ley lined. Okay, well Samro can dance on the back of somebody if he's in position, and Anduin can light bomb him or pull him out. But like I think they needed that stun from Joe to actually like secure kills because they don't have any. Like Anduin's having to follow up on Medivh portals in an attempt to root things. Like it's just yeah. But overall, good game. I'm impressed to see that this was a victory. I almost was sure it was a loss based on how the early game goes, but they threw it back to you. So, you have any other questions out there, Durner, or are you just hanging out?
No, I'm just hanging out. I was gonna rewatch the parts that I missed when you
All right,
posted, but yeah,
sounds good.
I'm
Cool.
good.
I dig it. The only thing I have for you, I guess, would be there's a couple of rotations where I wasn't sure between you and Zero what was being communicated because it felt like we
So
kind of left you to cover soak things, and Zero
I
came to
wanted to
fight.
go.
hmm
Yeah, I wanted to. I feel like I wasn't getting many stacks, so I wanted to go top and kind of lane versus Samuro so I could stack off his clones, but
hmm
that might not have been the right call at the time and all that.
Let's
But that
see.
was that was my idea. I don't think I communicated very well either because I remember when I came up there, Zero was like, "Hey, what are you doing up here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get some stacks together because I don't think I had a great game. I think he was beating me in damage most of the game."
I said, well, you had 36 stacks total by the end of the game here.
Yeah.
And so I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out how this stacking clamp works. So that's obviously not 36 hero hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's how does that number 36 tie in? Can I hide this? Can I move it? I
Is it
can't
like
move
five
it.
basic attacks grants a stack?
I think that's what it is, right? 5 basic attacks permanently increases attack damage by 1. After getting 75, does it show on here which one it is? Okay, so yeah, so that means you got 150 auto attacks off this game.
Yep. I made it by 20. I think I got it around the boss, or I got it when Samuro,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, died. So
Okay.
a little before the end of the game, but yeah, it wasn't a great game. I'm not like a Zul'jin main or anything. I can play him, but
Mm-hmm.
this was a game where yeah, obviously uh Zero was we were talking about Ragnaros
Yeah.
early, and then We
I
just
don't
switched
mind it.
over.
Like if you got, like I
Yeah.
said, the hardest part about role swapping like that is that if you do swap, the play style has to change, and
Yep.
that's where things get hard. Like especially when like your shot caller or whoever's used to doing X, Y, and Z is in autopilot. Like one of the things that's always hard is when like your off lane becomes your DPS because the off lane's like it's time to go catch soak, and he just
Yep.
like runs off on his character, or he's like watching the mini map for soak, and it's like no 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 no, like you stay on my butt, you're the damage, like
Yep.
don't. And so like there's a couple times where you guys split, and I was like I'm not really sure why you're running there or running there, but yeah, if you were getting clone
I did
stacks,
kind of
yeah.
want to take Zul'jin the Soul Lane just because he has the sustain. He can kind of sustain
Mm-hmm.
himself in lane. But I was also trying to do the camp, like the Knolls,
Yeah.
and then at that one point where we were taking the objective and I stayed there,
Mm-hmm.
that was my call.
Yeah.
It might have been better like I think it was between me and Brightwing. We were the last two there, and I was saying go heal,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess she could have. Well,
I think you did it right. As I said, as long as the team knew that we're
yep.
not fighting here, right? Like if Bloody
Okay.
was saying that I want to fight or I want to kill with this boss, then no, you need to be here.
Hmm.
But if it's no, the boss is almost dead, let's just siege what we can, then yes, you're probably best here because because he can wave clear. Like you
Yep.
don't bring the safe wave clear that he has, so he can W Bloody in or out or whatever and help people live with that stuff to be able to get the clear done here. And so I think that's fine. And then obviously they trickled in one by one, like they sent Samuro. And so if Samuro was to go after Brightwing, Brightwing doesn't have any way to like kill clones or do anything. So Luigi's like, help, Samuro's on me. Versus you can at least turn and hit and figure out which one the real clone is. And then you guys ended up punishing Samuro as Medivh blinked in and like couldn't save anyone. So they like staggered their deaths here and gave you this objective for free. So,
It worked out, but yeah, it might have just been their misplays.
mm-hmm. So, but look good. Like I said, it was a fun match. I would think that maybe we do like a drafting session on what do we want to pick on ALterac, just because from what we've seen in CCL recently, there seems to be maybe a new optimized way to play the map. But the key thing that Cavalier Guest has talked about is that this null camp, it needs to be
Yeah.
he's gotten to the point where I think he said that whoever takes the null camp the fastest and on cooldown wins the game. Just because of how strong this
Yep.
camp is when both teams are taking it and both teams are macroing well and all that stuff, like you don't technically have to team fight like till late game. And then when you have that late game team fight, okay, hopefully you have enough pieces together to where you actually can win the fight. Versus like you guys drafted team fight and like they started drafting macro. I don't know when Medivh came in to the equation, but yeah, it's definitely awkward. So, but sweet. Well, good game. Thanks for recommending it. And I'm gonna rewatch. I haven't finished going through your stuff. I saw in Spider Queen you guys are fighting another Medivh, so I was gonna watch that commentary from Sparhawk. But yeah, that's all I got. Sweet. Well, thanks for
Cool.
joining me for a little bit there, Dunham, and I'll catch you guys later.